Agenda item number 4, receive second recommendation from Financial Advisory Committee member Robert Worthen. Worthen, could you go to the podium for us, please? Yes, sir. Okay, begin when you're ready.
Bowie County revenue increased from 2003 until 2008 by a whopping 73%, and at that time started to decline. Since 2009, the county has basically been showing a year-to-year deficit by spending more than it takes in on an annual basis. This next fiscal year will probably be the first year that does not happen since 2008. Once the official budget is adopted by the Commissioners Court, it is the county auditor's responsibility to see that each department stays within their budget. However, it is the county treasurer's responsibility to see that the bills are paid out of only those funds that have been specifically designated in the annual budget. Evidence presented to the Bowie County Commissioners Court has revealed major errors in reporting and accounting. The county auditor's conflicting reports have brought us to the fiscal cliff of reality that depending on which report you believe, we are near bankruptcy or we have millions in the bank. The truth is that the county auditor has been manipulating the flow of the accounts payable by withholding invoices and withholding information from the Commissioner's Court. The proper presentation of claims to be paid by the county is outlined in Texas law. Number 1, the county auditor performs a, quote, cursory review, unquote, of the claim or invoice. Number 2, the claim is then presented to the Commissioner's Court for approval or rejection. And number 3, if approved, the claim is then classified by the county treasurer to be paid by specific categories and in the order in which those claims were approved by the Commissioner's Court. It is the county treasurer's responsibility not to approve checks if the appropriately funded and budgeted money is not available. The county has been running a deficit because expenses has exceeded the revenue for the last 5 years. A number of people have said that James Carlo did an excellent job as Bowie County judge in the past and left a $6 million rainy day fund. I have found that to be less than truthful. In fact, according to the county financial statements, the largest deficit so far was the last budget set by the Carlo administration for fiscal year 2011 of over $2.5 million. Even more troubling from the past that has carried over to now has been a seemingly lack of concern by many of our county officials to learn and obey Texas laws that regulate local county governments. I have in my possession 40 pages of laws from the Texas local code in which our county officials seem to just ignore. This lawlessness should be a major concern I got to watch my place, I'm sorry. To each and every citizen who works hard to obey the laws themselves, no matter how hard and time-consuming it is. Our county officials must become law-abiding examples, or our county's problems will continue on indefinitely. Following the laws to the best of our ability should be of the utmost importance to all of us. Everyone thinks that everyone else should tell the truth and follow the laws. But the true people of character look at themselves to make sure they tell the truth and are keeping the laws well. Having simple, accurate, and timely financial reports on a regular basis is essential for our county to be able to function properly, and these reports by the county auditor are required by Texas law. Having a county auditor, a commissioner's court, and a treasurer that will stick to the adopted budget is what the taxpayers of Bowie County deserve. I do have copies of this for everyone, I believe, in the room. And I also have for the commissioners a chart that I've already given them of the revenues and expenses. And I also have for the commissioners a copy of a few of the laws that I'm talking about.
Agenda item 4 requires no action taken.
I have a comment, Justin.
Yes.
I think Mr. Ty has already explained that there was nothing hidden or being in our payables, that everything was brought to the Commissioner's Court. If he were holding bills, it was presented to the Commissioner's Court that he was holding whatever he was holding to be able to make the payables. I think he's already cleared that up.
Any comments before we move on to the next agenda item?
Yes, sir, Judge, I'd like to turn it forward to Mr.
I just want to tell the court that that report is from Robert Worthen. He has not met with the other 4 financial advisory committee members. So we do not agree with most of what he said. And the best thing you can do with what he said is just forget it, because there's a lot of it that's wrong.
The Commissioners Court appointed me to this position. They have not taken me off the position. The chairman of the committee and I had a dispute, which is all talked about on 4 Stage News if you want to read the deal.
Are you an attorney? How do you know the laws have been broken?
I can read just like anybody else
But you're not
can.
an attorney and you don't have a law degree, correct? Thank you.
I don't have a problem with our auditor. I feel like we was doing the best job he can with the situation that we're into. I think we've got into we're into this process and everybody's biting everybody, and until we can get through that, we're not going to do very many things.
May I respond to that, sir? I'm not saying that William Ty is the only one here that's not following the law. I think that most of this problem is the fact that the department heads of the county, and I found it widespread, have not taken the time to read the laws and understand the laws and follow the laws that apply to their departments. That's what I have personally found in my, and that's one of the reasons I believe that we're in the position we are. Each individual department head needs to read the law that pertains to their department and follow it. That's my recommendation. My first recommendation, if those laws had been followed, then we would at least know what's going on. Right now, we've got all kind of accounting things that we don't know because it's not being made public as it should be. It's not, the reports are not complete, they're not accurate, and they're not being made public like they're supposed to be. Look at the Texas law for yourself and see what I'm talking about. I gave the commissioners 3 pages of those 40 pages that I'm talking about. And they can look and see for themselves. It's not being done. Simple as that.
Point out one of those laws. I didn't have a chance to look at it. Point out one of them.
All right. Since we're talking about the county auditor, the county auditor, or this is from Texas Local Government Code 114.022. The county auditor, or in a county that does not have a county auditor, the county treasurer, immediately after the first record term of the Commissioner's Court in the year, shall publish an exhibit that shows the aggregate amount paid from each fund for the 4 preceding quarters and the balance to the debit or credit of each fund. The exhibit must also list, number 1, the amount of money indebtedness. Number 2, the respective dates of accrual of that indebtedness. Number 3, to whom the debt is owed. Number 4, the reason for the debt. And number 5, the amount to the debt or credit of each officer or other person with whom an account is kept in the county finance records. Okay, I have not seen any of this, basically. None.
Audits? Our auditor's
The-
here. If
the-
it's got-
This is the outside audit. This is what the,
It's all in the audit every year. Everything, every liability is here.
no, it's not all
And our
there.
auditor has to give an opinion on compliance and internal controls, and he's issued a clean opinion.
I haven't seen it.
Our auditor doesn't apparently have
On the
any
website.
issues. Or he would have mentioned them in the audit.
Did you follow along as he read the law?
Does he even know what he read? He can't even pronounce the words.
He said that the county auditor shall, after the first regular term of the Commissioners Court, year publish all these things.
Every year you've had an audit for the past 3 years. There has been no information hidden. It's in the audit. Here it is.
Immediately after the first term.
This is ridiculous. This is all political. This is all this is.
Yes,
This
it
is
is.
crap.
When
This-
is that released?
The audit,
Yes,
you know when it's released.
6 months into the year.
Yeah.
But there's a separate report that evidently this law refers to, that's to be done immediately after the first term.
Did you ask for any of this information? Did you ask for it? Do you even talk to William?
We're not talking about.
Politics.
It doesn't have to be asked for. It's required by law that the county auditor does it. And he's not the only one. I'm not trying to pick on
your
him.
interpretation of the law, Robert.
Well, you cannot trust what you want to, but it's in black and white.